Becoming Her with Christiana, a safe space for young women becoming who they are meant to be. Here, we talk about healing, identity, faith, self-worth, relationships, purpose, honesty, and gently. If you've ever felt lost, in between, or unsure of who you're becoming, this space is for you. You are not late. You are not broken. You are becoming. Welcome to the journey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Becoming Her with Christiana. I am super happy you're here today. And today's episode is a very special one because for the very first time, I'm joined by an amazing guest. And on this broadcast, we will be talking about becoming, not striving to be perfect, but growing into the woman God has called each and every one of us to be. So today's conversation is about identity, faith, purpose, and the beautiful journey of becoming. And so whether you are feeling confident or confused or probably somewhere in between, I believe this conversation will encourage you. So lovelies, let's welcome our guest. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation, ma'am. Before we begin, could you please introduce yourself? Tell us your name, what you do, a little about yourself, and what you are passionate about.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Christiana. My name is Urmi. I am currently calling from Montreal, Canada. And to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a self-published author, finance professional, speaker, YouTuber, blogger, fellow podcaster, and I'm very passionate about women's empowerment. I am currently part of an organization called Women in Leadership. I'm the co-chair of the Montreal Chapter, and I'm also a mentor for Dress for Success, which is an organization that helps women to show up confidently in their careers.
Okay, that is quite lovely and amazing. Oh, we are delighted to have you here, ma'am. Okay, let's get down to business. Today's episode, we are talking about becoming the woman God created you and I to be. So we have some certain things that we want you to attend to, okay? I am very sure that this is not the first time you're hearing the word becoming. Right, ma'am?
That's right. Not the first time.
Okay. So, what does becoming the woman God created you to be mean to you? Could you please share with us?
Yeah. For me, becoming the woman that I'm meant to be, it just means reaching my fullest potential, becoming a confident, powerful, and bold woman, as well as being my most authentic self. And I do like to think that each one of us, we are all a work in progress, and that we are all meant to be reaching that potential eventually. Some of us reach that potential, that destination much faster. Some other take a little bit of more time, but I think that the message would be that becoming, it really means that eventually you are supposed to become your truest self, and we're all a work in progress.
Wow, that is amazing, man. Thank you so much for that beautiful answer. Thank you. Ma'am, every woman faces challenges, right?
Yes.
So please, can you share with us some of the biggest struggles you've experienced on your journey so far?
I think for me there are quite a lot of them, and it all depends on whether we're talking about personal challenges or professional challenges. But I think a common thread is probably the fear of not being good enough and the fear of being judged in the things that I do and the things that I don't do, the decisions that I make. I think that with a lot of my passions, like the endeavors that I have taken on, such as publishing my book, starting my podcast, maybe joining different organizations, I think there was always a fear in me that if people would see that I'm doing all of this, I would be judged. But I had learned to let go of that fear and see the fear more like as a way for me to guide me, because I read a book about fear where they talk about how fear is supposed to be a guide for you, it's supposed to bring you towards that light, and you should let yourself guide you through that. And so when I have read that book and I decided to reframe my self fear, I gave myself permission to be, and I gave myself permission to really go with the things I really want to do. So for me, it has been really always the fear of not being able to do things because I need someone to help me, the fear of always being judged, the fear of not being enough for anything, the fear that maybe I need to have all the answers and I need to be perfect before I start something. But I realized that sometimes imperfections are what we need to show ourselves as our most human self. We're all humans, we're not machines, and it's okay if you don't have all the answers.
True. Wow. So I'm guessing that the major struggle there happened to be fear. Wow. All right, ma'am. Apart from those struggles, how has your relationship with God shaped the woman you are becoming? Could you please share with us, please?
In my case, I think I would say that I always been very, very spiritual, and I think I always had a very good and positive relationship. And I think what I have also learned is that sometimes it's good to have faith in things, and it's good to trust the process and never feel discouraged if something is not meant to be the way it's supposed to be. Because as I like to say, some things are written in a certain way, and if they derail, it's because you are meant to be doing something good.
Exactly.
So sometimes we see failures as, oh my gosh, I'm not good at this, or we see failure as something where we feel very discouraged and demotivated afterwards. But I think that if something goes wrong, it's because you have to let the universe guide you to the right path.
Yeah.
So that has been my relationship.
Wow. That is so beautiful, ma'am. That is so beautiful. Okay, ma'am. Can I ask you another question, please?
For sure.
Okay. Was there a season when you questioned your purpose, your work? And how did God guide you through it? You have an amazing relationship with God, quite all right. So was there any season you questioned your purpose, and how did God come in?
I think pretty much in all of the seasons where something did not go according to the plan. So let's say chasing for a certain job but not get it, maybe applying for a certain position and not being able to get it, and maybe going after a speaking engagement and not getting it. I often saw that as a failure, and I saw this rejection as, oh my gosh, I'm just like, why is this happening to me? But as I often like to say, rejections are redirections. And going back to this previous question and tying it to the previous question, is that sometimes when things do not go as planned is because there's a different plan written for you.
Exactly.
Fate, destiny has something else that is waiting for you to discover, and sometimes rejections are what are meant to be bringing you back to the right path. So for me, every season where I was rejected in something that I was working on, I actually started to see them as a positive sign, meaning that something better was waiting for me. And it always usually turned out to be that way.
That's beautiful. Divine alignment. That's really nice, ma'am. Thank you so much. Okay, ma'am. If you could talk to your younger self, if you could speak to your younger self, what would you like to tell her? Can you share with us,
I
please?
think I would like to tell her to never be afraid to speak up,
Wow.
trust the process, and enjoy the process. Especially because as a younger self who's always worried about things, always worried about the outcomes,
Yeah.
it's all about trusting the process and enjoying it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man. Okay, ma'am. We have listeners, okay? People listening to us. What's one piece of advice you would give to every soul, most especially women listening to us today?
I would say my biggest message would be you're never too late to start something that is aligned with your values and objectives. I think sometimes we settle down for doing the comfortable or being in our comfort zone, and maybe we're sitting with ambitions and dreams. And so you are probably second guessing and telling yourself, it's too late to start this. Let me tell you this, you're never too late to start on a project, to start a business, to change your life or change your career. You always need time with everything that you want to achieve in life.
Wow. Wow, that's really nice. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. As we come to the end of this today's conversation, could you leave our listeners with one final word of encouragement? Something that they can carry with them this week, please.
So my favorite mantra is be the change you want to see in the world by Mahatma Gandhi.
Oh, I love that. I really
Yeah,
love
and
that.
one of the things that I like, the reason why I do a lot of these things is because I want to bring a change and I need to be that change. So that's my final message for your listeners.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for being here today. I mean, this conversation has been such a blessing to me. And I'm pretty sure that persons out there too would be encouraged. And I know our listeners have been encouraged as well. Thank you so much. So, to everyone listening, remember this: you don't have to become someone else, okay, to live a meaningful life. And God is faithfully shaping you into the woman He created you to be. So, like our guest said, trust the process, believe in yourself, keep growing, keep working with God. All right. And if this episode blessed you, please share it with someone who needs this encouragement. And don't forget to follow Becoming Her with Christiana so you never get to miss episodes like this. And we will talk to you soon. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being part of Becoming Her with Christiana. And I am delighted to have you here. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.